Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you all. Good morning, good morning. Blessed, I see you. I see you. Pashan, I see you. Good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. What's up, Ellie? Good morning to you all. What's going on? Sandy's in the building. Let's get it. Miss J's in the building. What's going on? What's up, Mandy? So good to see you. Good morning to you. Ellie, you said you get it now, huh? I love it. I love it. I love it. T Benz. I love it. You said you get it now. What's up, nephew? So good to see you. Too Geeked. What's up, beloved? Too Geeked is in the building. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Touch by Nail Studio. I love it. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Give me a favor, you guys, and share the live to your story real quick. Repost the live, share the live, something with the live. Yeah, either repost the live or share it real quick. Appreciate that, you guys. Better than the 4. What's up, beloved? So good to see you. So good to see you all. So good to see you all. That part right there, Ellie. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. You getting it. You getting it now. I love that. You getting it. Absolutely. You are getting it. Missy P, what's up? So good to see you. So good to see you all. Yeah, it is, Ellie. Once you really start to get it, it just, everything changes. Said you made it. I empowered her house. Said you made it, huh? Oh, I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. Said I make the mornings. Thank you. Yeah, everything changes when you get it. It just everything changes. Everything changes when you change. That's what we don't understand. Everything in life changes when you change. The world can't change until you do. Once you do, you'll understand that things actually don't need to change. Things just need to be understood. That's true awareness. That's true awareness right there. That's true awareness at the highest level. Because what we don't understand is that when you're saying, "Oh, Brock, good morning, beloved. Good morning to you, Brock." When you're saying that the world needs to change, you're speaking from the perspective of lower mind. You're speaking from your ego personality. So anytime you're saying, "Ooh, the world needs to change. We need to change the world," you're speaking from your ego personality. What you're going to understand is that once you change, right? Meaning you go from lower mind to higher mind, you're gonna begin to really understand that you were seeing things through a different filter, right? That everything is designed, everything is just your own consciousness pushed out. It's everything is a reflection of your consciousness, and everything that you thought needed to change was only something in you that really needed to change. And once you change, everything changes. The way you see people, your interaction, your beliefs, your thoughts, your filters change. Your concept of life changes. Your reality changes. Everything changes. You look the same externally. Externally, you look the same. Like a person will walk up, but internally, everything has changed. And it's a really beautiful place to be. I'm telling you now, it's amazing. It's amazing. Everything that you think needs to change outside of you is really only something that needs to change inside of you. Once you change what's happening inside of you, everything outside of you changes simultaneously. That's what I'm really trying to get you to understand. I guess that's probably a better way of saying it. Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Because see, when you racing to try to change the world before you become self-aware, you're only trying to change the world into what you want it to be. Ah, ah, we stumbled upon the truth there. We stumbled upon the truth. We stumbled upon the truth. We discovered pure truth. We discovered truth at the highest form. Lynetta, I'm telling you, beloved, that's it. Because, you know, and then think, you got to think. Tria, I'm telling you, beloved, that's how it works. So look, you moving through the world. You operating from lower mind. So you seeing everything wrong already. I need y'all to please catch what I'm saying. You're moving through the world. You haven't had your awakening yet. So you're moving through the world. And as you're moving through the world, you're seeing everything from lower mind, right? You're seeing everything from the lowest perspective. You're seeing everything from your ego personality. You're seeing everything from your pain. You're seeing everything from your wounds. You're seeing everything from your past traumas. So you're looking out at the world and that's what you're seeing. Right? Those are the glasses that you're using. So when you're trying to change, when you're saying the things outside of you need to change because you lack self-awareness, you don't understand that what needs to change is what's happening in you, because what's happening in you is what's being pushed out onto reality. That's what you're seeing, right? It's like when you go to a movie theater. When you go to a movie theater, when you get there 20 minutes before the movie starts, the screen is blank. It's pure white. There's nothing on the screen. Okay, so the projector starts to project images on the screen once the movie starts. Once the movie starts playing, you see all these characters on the screen, but the characters are not only actually on the screen, the characters are in the projector. But with your mind is the same way. It's a projector. And so whatever's inside of the projector is what's going to get projected onto consciousness. Consciousness is like the screen at the movie theater. It's just what you project onto it. So when you're like, ooh, that needs to change, and ooh, that needs to change, and ooh, that needs to change, you're trying to change the external world without first changing the projector. When you change the way the projector sees, the images that you start to see are change as well. Because this is what you're doing. One more time. When you say you need to change the world and you need to change this, what you fail to understand is that you only trying to change things into what you want it to be. And you're trying to change things into what you want it to be so that you can be happy, so that you can be at peace, so that you can be this and so that you can be that. But here's the problem with that. Somebody else is going to come along and they're not going to like what your projector projects. They're not going to like the world that you created. So they're going to reject it. So no matter what happens, there's always going to be somebody that's not going to like what you think the world should change into. This is why you have to change yourself. You don't try to change the world, because if we change the world into what Lynetta wants it to be, let's just use her as the example. We change the world just into what she wants it to be, nothing else. Okay, God gives her the magic wand and says, okay, change the world into what you want it to be. Half of the world won't like what she changed it into, because it's out of alignment with their programming and conditioning. It's out of alignment with their consciousness. Now she gonna be happy as hell, but every other person won't like what she changed it into. Same thing when you go to a restaurant. When you go to a restaurant and you go with 5 of your friends don't order what you order. Your friends don't order what you order. Everybody's ordering something different on that menu. And the same thing applies to life. So God is like, go in the kitchen and cook the meal that you want. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about how they're moving. Don't worry about what they believe. Don't worry about what religion they follow. I created you to be the impact. Stop worrying about what other people are doing and just worry about what's happening in you. That's what it's all about. The same way when you walk into a restaurant with your friends, using that example again, you don't force them to go and order what you order, even if you might order the best thing on the menu. But you're not going to force them to order that. And it's the same thing with life. Stop forcing people to see the world the way you do. Stop wanting people to be an extension of your value system. Stop wanting people to live up to your expectations. Stop needing people to be for you what you failed to be for yourself. Life is like a big giant restaurant. Everybody's ordering something different on the menu. That's why we can't agree with it on any point. Because everybody's coming from their pain, everybody's coming from their wounds, everybody's coming from their programming and conditioning. So you don't change the world, you just change the one who sees it. I'm telling you, Leroy. Yeah, you just that part right there, Jesse. I'm telling you, it's and that's another thing. Let me before I'm going off. Do me a favor, real quick, you guys, and I'm just rambling right now. Do me a favor, real quick, you guys. Do me a favor and share the live to your stories. What's up, Cass? So good to see you, beloved. What's up, Kim? So good to see you, beloved. Do me a favor, wealthy VIP. Share the live to your stories real quick, or repost the live for me real quick if you can. I would appreciate that. Either share the live or repost the live. Both works. What's up, Donnie? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, my brother. Again, do me a favor and share the live to your stories real quick if you can. I would appreciate it. Let's get the likes up, you guys, so that we can get the medicine out. Divine, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Yeah, so real quick, let me quick intro. Type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live with me. Type me if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. Type me real quick, please. Cool, let me see how many me's are in the building. Awesome. Welcome to all of the first time and last time listeners. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, consciousness, emotional intelligence, self-mastery. I specialize in helping my students and clients all over the world to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? The question is, how powerful are you ready to be? Doesn't matter how powerful the world wants you to be. Doesn't matter how powerful your family wants you to be. The billion-dollar question is, how powerful are you ready to be? What does power mean to you? When you understand power means that you understand your influence and your impact on every single person that you come in contact with. And the reason why that gives you power is because you never can become manipulated. You can never be taken advantage of. You'll never be abused. You'll never be disrespected when you understand your power. You get abused when you don't understand your power. You stay in toxic relationships when you don't understand your power. You stay in situations past the expiration date when you don't understand your power. You over-explain yourself when you don't understand your power. When you overthink, it's because you don't understand your power. When you don't love yourself unconditionally, it's because you don't understand your power. How can you become powerful if you don't understand what makes you powerful? So that's what power means. Power means I understand. I'm not asleep at the wheel when it comes to the value that I add to every single person's lives that I come in contact with. That's what makes me powerful. Some of you guys, you're allowing people to treat you a certain way and to disrespect you, and they bring less value to the table than you do. But just make that make sense to me. You got a person verbally abusing you. You got a person disrespecting you. You got a person giving you less than what you want, need, and deserve, but they bring less to the table. don't know your power. Strength comes from knowing what makes you weak, not from knowing what you're good at, not from your degrees and your certifications, even though we've been programmed and conditioned to look at ourselves that way. Strength doesn't come from how much you can bench press in the gym. Strength comes from knowing what makes you weak. And the moment I understand what makes me weak, I convert that weakness into a strength. Now I'm badass. Not because somebody pumped me up, not because someone motivated me, not because somebody inspired me to do it. No, that's, if you need that, you in trouble. Strength means that I run a self-critical analysis on me. Whether you do that every day, whether you do it every other day, whether you do it once a week, you are always checking the perimeter fence to who you are. So that when something is making you weak, you can convert that weakness into a strength. But a weakness that you ignore is a weakness of a different kind. You'll never be strong when you're ignoring what makes you weak. And you'll never become powerful if you don't understand the power that you bring to the lives of every single person. When I say the power that you bring to the lives of every single person, what I'm really saying is that how is that person benefiting off of you? You don't know that? How do they benefit from you specifically? I didn't say you think you know. I don't say do you might know. I didn't say when you find out from me, you need to know. Every single person in my life, I can tell you the impact that it would have on them if I were to remove myself. I can tell you the impact with pinpoint accuracy. But that's a two-sided coin. There are people in my life that if they remove themselves, something would be missing. These are synergistic relationships. Synergistic relationships are relationships that add significant value to your life. That's why this is important. I need to know what makes me strong. I need to know where my power is coming from. And then honor means that I honor myself at all times, meaning I'm not afraid to walk away from you when disrespect shows up. I'm not afraid to walk away from you when verbal abuse shows up. I'm not afraid to walk away from you when you I'm not afraid. So I'm honoring me at all times. Ain't got nothing to do with you. You could be anybody sitting in front of me. I'm giving a damn if I got to walk home in the rain. I'm walking home in the rain. I'm honoring myself. I don't give a damn if I got to get out of this boat and swim across these oceans and fight this shark. I'm honoring myself. I don't give a damn if I got to climb that mountain, leave you sitting there at the cabin. I'm honoring myself. I honor myself at all times. That's the version of you that God is waiting on to show up. He's waiting on that version of you to show up. Not the version of you that, oh my God, I can't make it without you. Oh my God, I can't be happy without you. Oh my God, you're my everything. That's the weakest version of you. Period. I'm honoring me at all times. I'm jumping smooth out the boat. As soon as the difference, I don't give a damn if it is your boat. I'll swim back. But I'm going to honor me. You're going to pull the car over. I'm going to walk home. But I'm going to honor me. Now pull the car over. Let me get out. I don't give a damn. We sit in the middle of the freeway. I'm out. What I won't do is sit with that disrespect. And this has nothing to do with being tough. We ain't talking about being tough. What you have to understand is how your mind works, because your mind is always listening. It's running programs, beloved. So when you're in the presence of this person and that person is disrespecting you and they're talking crazy to you and they're treating you less than you deserve, your mind is recording all of that. And then every time you see that person, your mind is going to replay that program, which is going to make your vibrational frequency go down, which is going to cause you to become insecure, which is going to cause you to shrink in the moment. This is how it works. No, I'm not running programs like that in my mind. I'm out. I'm parked the car, pull the car right here. I'm out. I'll walk home. I'll catch an Uber, whatever I got to do. What I won't do is enjoy the rest of this trip. That's what I won't do. I'm getting out the boat, getting the life jacket. I'll swim back. That's what I learned how to swim for. See, when you start moving through the world with that level of strength and power, people stop playing with you. You teach that person more by showing up as the strongest version of you than you do as showing up for the version of you that settles for less, and the version of you, I'm so sorry, and all these things you apologize for. You ain't even done nothing wrong. I don't mean to upset you. How you upset the person? You ain't got the power to upset a person. You ain't never in the history of your life upset someone. You don't have that kind of power. God made you powerful. It's I don't know what, but he didn't give you the power to upset people. Whatever's going on in that person is an internal problem that you did not create. You are as powerful as I don't know what, but you are not powerful enough to upset a person. You are not powerful enough to frustrate a person. You are not powerful enough to create their rage. You are not powerful enough to create their stress. But we take responsibility for things that we don't have the power to create in people. And that's why self-awareness is so important. Whatever's going on inside of that person is going on inside of them. That's their triggers upsetting them. That's their programming and conditioning upsetting them. That's their ego upsetting them. That's their expectations upsetting them. And you had nothing to do with you. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, share the live to your stories. Do me a favor, share the live to your stories, please. I appreciate it. Big share. Jalen, what's up, Jalen? I see you, Jalen. Man, I got people jumping in the live already from all over the world. Ooh. Yee. But again, anyone that's new to the platform, again, welcome, 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 welcome. If you are new to the platform, welcome to Lion School. I don't coach gazelles. I don't coach sheep. I coach lions and lionesses. If that's what you are looking to become, you are in the right place. If you want me to sugarcoat things for you so that it's easier to swallow, you're in the wrong place. If you need me to tiptoe around your emotions, you're in the wrong place. This is Lion School. This is where you become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful version of yourself. This is where you will have the most powerful conversations you will ever have with a chat that is brilliant. So I go back and read you guys' Kev, what's up, Kev? I go back and read you guys' comments all the time, all 5,000 of them. I read every one. Man, I got people jumping in. I read every single one. So I know this chat is brilliant. I know there's not a chat on social media anywhere. I don't give a damn what platform you're talking about. That's as brilliant as this chat right here. You guys say some things that blow my mind. This is Lion School. We don't have time for the weak. No weak energy. We ain't got time for that. So Presley, what's up, family? So good to see you. That's family right there. That part right there, family. Run the play. Run the play. Run the play. That's what you let them know when they talk. Run the play. We ain't gonna do the disrespect. Run the play. We're not gonna do the verbal abuse. Run the play. All right, let's get busy. Get busy. What's up, Jack? So good to see you, beloved. What's up, Rika? I got Mindset Master Family up in this bad boy. Run the play. Let me say this. Sefe, what's up, family? Let me say this to you real quick, real fast. Whose reflection are you carrying? Because you're carrying somebody's right now. Whose reflection are you carrying? Let me give it to you away, and I know you don't miss it. When you see someone that's wealthy, they don't have to tell you that. The reflection that they carry tells you that. When you see someone walking down the street and that person is homeless, they don't have to tell you that. The reflection that they carry in that moment instantly lets you know what's happening with that person. The $1 billion question is, what reflection are you carrying? When people look at you, what do they see? Do they see a reflection of your pain? Do they see a reflection of your ego? Do they see a reflection of the unconditional love that should be floating through you? What reflection do they see? Because they're seeing something. Do you carry the world's reflection or do you carry God's? Whose reflection are you holding? That's what's important. You hold the reflection right now. What's up, Ellen? Now I'm gonna say this. I hear what a lot of you guys are saying. A lot of you guys are saying, Coach, I'm holding God's reflection, but you got fear in your life. I'm holding God's reflection, but you got depression in your life. I'm holding God's reflection, but you got anxiety in your life. I'm holding God's reflection, but you got your ego personality in your life. Come on now. Come on now. I'm not saying that you're not speaking the truth, but I'm saying everybody can't be carrying his reflection. We got all this depression going on in the world, all this violence going on in the world, all these problems going on in the world, all this suffering going on in the world, all this homelessness going on in the world. Every person walking out of that church is going to tell you, I'm carrying the Lord's reflection. But you don't not in private, you're not. Because if it would, we wouldn't have all this stuff going on in the world. Somebody ain't telling the truth. We understand whose reflection we carry when it's all eyes on us. We understand whose reflection we carry when everybody's watching. That's not what I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about what you say when I'm watching. I'm concerned about what you say when I'm not. Because that's who we really transform into. We really transform into that other version of ourselves once nobody's watching. So come on now. You got religion on every corner. Everybody's going to tell you, I carry God's reflection. Until you're not at the church no more. And you at home by yourself. You sit and talk about you lonely and sit and talk about you bored and sit and talk about you need somebody. You got depression all in your life. You got anxiety all in your life. You got fear all in your life. You got sadness all in your life. How do you carry his reflection with all of that? I'm just asking. That don't make sense. I carry his reflection because there is no fear. I carry his reflection because I got maximum faith. I carry his reflection because I've healed myself from my wounds. I carry his reflection because I've healed myself from my programming and condition. I carry his reflection because I've done the work. I carry his reflection because I understand that I am consciousness. I carry his reflection because I understand that I am the divine. I carry his reflection because I understand my ego personality. I carry his reflection because I understand what you are. I carry his reflection because I understand when you don't understand what you are. I carry his reflection because I've increased my emotional intelligence. I carry his reflection because my energy aligns with his. My mindset aligns with his. My beliefs align with his. The way I walk aligns with him. The way I talk aligns with him. The way I show up aligns with him. So that's why I carry the reflection. Not because I say it, because I become it. Sometimes we say things that we are not in private. So we can all say it. Saying is the easiest thing in the world. I know what it takes to become it. And when you become it, you're going to have to climb a mountain all by yourself. When you become what he created you to be, you can't take all the people with you. That's why some of you guys haven't had the opportunity to become it, because you're trying to hang on to people that can't go to the next level with you. You're still afraid to lose people. No, when you start walking that mountain, when you start climbing up that mountain, you're going to climb that mountain by yourself. I'm telling you now. You're going to be questioning. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be confused. You ain't going to know what the next step is that's coming. You won't know any of that because he's not going to let you know that. That's why the faith has to be there, because you don't know where you're going. You ain't never been there before. You ain't never been there. Ain't no tour guide. You ain't never been there before. Never been there. I tell you guys this all the time. You can't step into your new life until you break the agreement with the old one. You can't build new habits. You can't stack new habits on top of bad ones. Some of you guys, you're acquiring the self-awareness, and you're acquiring the emotional intelligence, and you're acquiring consciousness, and you're acquiring all of this powerful information, but you're stacking it on top of habits that don't serve you. This is why the awakening isn't happening. Let me tell you. You try to build the new you and hang on to the old you at the same time. And the reason why you're hanging on to the old you, I'm gonna tell you why you're hanging on. You're hanging on because you're waiting for some evidence to show up. You're waiting for something to show up. You're looking for proof. And as long as you keep looking for proof, God is going to prolong your awakening, because he knows what you're doing. You waiting for evidence. You waiting for a sign. You waiting for the sky to open up. You waiting for something that will happen. That's the problem. That part right there, Reese. That part right there. You got to walk that. You got to walk down that hallway by yourself. Now I can take you to the tunnel, but you have to walk it by yourself. And awareness is going to show you every single person that no longer needs to be in your life. That's what it's going to wake you up to. It's going to scare the hell out of you. It's going to show you exactly who no longer needs to have access to you. See, awareness doesn't remove things, it reveals them. That's what it's going to do. It's going to hold up a magnifying glass to every person in your life that you thought loved you, to every person in your life that you thought was your dog, to every person in your life, ooh, that's my girl. You're going to hear things you ain't never heard before in your life. You're going to hear for the very first time. You're going to see for the very first time from a real sight. You're going to be able to see around people. You're going to be able to see around the games. You're going to be able to see around the manipulation. You're going to be able to see around all the trickery. You're going to be able to see, you're going to see how people set up the conversation before they tell you what they really want. You're going to see everything. Things that you were totally blind to before, you're going to see. See, God's vision is a different type of vision. I'm telling you now, his vision, you ain't never had that, but that's what awareness is going to give you. It's going to give you his level of vision. That part right there, Moni, that part right there, beloved. Type me in the comments real quick. Again, share the live to your stories real quick, you guys, if you could for me. Share the live to your stories. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. I appreciate the gifts. Again, do me a favor real quick and share the live to your stories if you would. I would greatly appreciate that. Share the live to your stories real quick, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. What's up, Leticia? So good to see you, beloved. Thank you. Boom. How many of you guys type me in the comments? How many of you guys are on some type of healing journey right now? Just type me if you are on a healing journey to just so that you can, right? Okay. Got it. Got it, AB. I got you. Got it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Grieving. I see you, Bianca. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Cool. What's up, David? So good to see you. So good to see you, family. Um, almost 2 years in. Feel isolated. That's the whole point. You know, the isolation is so that the isolation is critically important. You'll never become. You're not going to become the most powerful version of yourself in a room full of people. That's the problem. You've been had too many people in your too much going on in your mind. Too many people's problems written space in your mind. What's wrong with their life written space in your mind. You know what they need from you. What you need to be for them. That's the problem. God put you in a state of isolation, so the only voice you hear is His. So you got all this confusion going on in your mind. You need to be in a state of isolation. You ain't gonna ever become the most powerful version of yourself in any other way. All of the most powerful things in life grow in a state of isolation. Look at that caterpillar. What it becomes. Look at that tree when you plant it in the ground. What it becomes. So you need to be in a state of isolation so that you can work on yourself. See, when people tell me, oh, I'm lonely, that scares the hell out of me, because what that means is you don't work on yourself. Because if you're busy working on yourself, you wouldn't be lonely. You would value that time. You would truly value that time that you have to work on yourself. So what you sitting there doing, watching TV all day, binge watching Netflix, watching other people live their lives on social media, scrolling all day, that's the problem. You ain't doing nothing with your time. I wish I had that time that you claim you bored with. I wish I had that time. My time is filled with helping people become the most powerful version of them. I wish I had some of that time. That's the problem. You ain't doing nothing with the time. You ain't work. You're supposed to be building yourself. That's what He's giving you. Giving you time to work on yourself, time to grow, time to evolve, time to learn and understand what's important, time to focus on where you're going, time to put the plan together, time to put the play together. God is going to give you the vision, but He's not going to do the work for you. I'm just being real. You sick. The very thing you complaining about is the very thing you need. If you're bored, that means you're not doing nothing with your time. That's why you're bored. Yeah, with the time He gave me, I built this version of me. Built. Same way you build a house. I tell you guys this, you build yourself the same way you build a house. First, you got to understand where you're trying to go. That's what's most important. Who are you trying to become? That's step number one. Who are you trying to become? Then once you understand who it is you're trying to become, now I need to start focusing on the people that I need to surround myself with, or the people, whether that's a mentor, whether that's a coach, whether that's some course I need to take, whether it's whatever. Okay, I'm going here. Now who do I need to surround myself with to help me get to this place? Even if that's virtually, you don't necessarily need to bring people into your ecosystem, but maybe that needs to happen virtually. I built me. Built. I'm talking about built. You don't just become this version of me. You got to build this version. When you become the most powerful version of yourself, it's going to be because of what you build. You got to build yourself, beloved. What are you building? That part right there, I'm building me all day, every day. You want to become so powerful that when a person comes in contact with you, that conversation, listen, when you sit inside of that person's car, the car becomes an office because you showed up. When you walk inside that person's home, that home transforms into a building because you showed up. When you go for a walk with your friend on the beach or in the park somewhere, that whole conversation becomes a TED Talk because you showed up. Transform yourself into that version of you. That's the whole point. That's what your life is all about. Your life is not just about you, it's about all of the people that you are going to impact when they meet you. Are people impacted when they meet you? What do they feel when they walk away from you? They ain't no different than a real business. If you think about a real business, you got businesses in your mind right now, whether it's a Neiman Marcus, whether it's a Saks Fifth Avenue, whether it's whatever that your favorite department, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, when you walk in, you feel transformed. It's different than when you walk in some low-level store. Why? Because you feel the quality. You understand the experience. That don't mean you got to buy anything, but you understand the quality of the experience. You are being experienced by every single person that comes in contact with you. What's the experience? That's why God gave us Jesus as the example. He transformed his life into the experience that we still talking about 2,000 years later. But if you focus on chasing relationships, focus on chasing people, focus on chasing likes and shares on social media, you're chasing the wrong things. Your life was given to you to be the example so that any person that came in contact with you would be motivated, would be inspired by it, would be uplifted by it, would want to pattern themselves after it. That's what it's all about. When just you living your life can transform other people. Do you know how powerful that is? That's what God is giving you through self-awareness right now. This is the opportunity he's giving you. He's giving you an opportunity to transform yourself into something so powerful that when people come in contact with you, their life get changed. That's what happened with Jesus. When people came in contact with him, their life would get changed. Not because he was doing something fancy, not because he was doing something trying to impress them, just his life. Because he put the work in the dark. That's what this is all about, beloved. What you think it's about? Date nights, Netflix binge watching, going to the mall, going to the movie. That's not what it's about. It's not why you're here. You are here to transform your life into something so powerful like Jesus did, that when a person comes in contact with you, all their problems melt away. That person is forever changed because they came in contact with you. That they never forget you when they walk away. Just by dancing your dance. People walk up and they make me, "Coach, you changed my life." I don't even know what I did. I swear to God on my life, I can't tell you what I did. Because I'm not keeping score. Because I become something so powerful, I don't have to keep score. That's what he's trying to transform you into. We ain't got time to keep score. You're going to change so many people's lives, you won't be able to keep up anymore. You won't know how many people you can change because it won't matter anymore. Yeah, look at our world. You got to become a reflection of you got to become the opposite of everything that our world is now. If there's violence in the world, become the opposite of that. If there's pain in the world, become the opposite of that. If there's fear in the world, become the opposite of that. If there's absence of love, become the opposite of that. Become the opposite of everything that you see. That's wrong with the world. So you don't have to focus on changing it, just become its opposite. That's what God's looking at us like. What are we pretending not to see? And the moment I caught that, I said, I got it. I don't need to try to go and change the world. I need to become the opposite of what the world is. That's how you're going to change people, because people don't want to be a part of that, but they don't have anywhere else to go. That's why they're going to come to you. That's why they're going to gravitate towards you, because they don't want that, but they don't have anything else that they can get. So they're going to come to you. People are tired of what's going on in religion. They're tired of what's going on in politics. They're tired of what's going on in the world, but they don't have anybody to turn to. Where's all the leaders at? Just look at where the leaders at. Where they at? Just look. It's not a play on words. It's not bumper sticker talk. Show me where the leaders are. Where the leaders at? The reason why you don't know the answer to that question is because you are the answer. Period. I'm telling you, Jesse, that's the answer, beloved. I'm gonna tell you how powerful God made you. I shouldn't even be saying this. I'm gonna say it. He might get mad. When you walk out in the world, you don't see what I see. So when you walk out in the world, whatever it is you see wrong, that's what he created you to solve. Because you will only see what you believe. Your whole vision is predicated on what you believe, not what I believe, not what the world believes. You can only see based upon what you believe. Let me give you a great example of that. If you believe that relationships are a bad thing, that's how you're going to see. All you're going to see are things that qualify the fact that relationships are a bad thing. If you believe that people aren't any good, that there's not any good in the world, that's what you're going to see. Not because that's the truth, but because that's all your beliefs will allow you to see. Your vision is predicated on what you believe. You will only see things that support whatever it is you believe to be true. That's how your brain works, beloved. The moment that you believe something, your brain has neurons. The moment that you believe something, those neurons create what's called a neural pathway. Once that neural pathway has been created and you start looking out through the world, you're only looking at the world through your neural pathway. Now, your neural pathway is predicated on what you believe. My neural pathways are predicated on what I believe. So whatever I see is predicated on what I believe, but it's the same thing is true for you. If you believe all men are dogs, that's all you're going to see. If you believe there's no good women out there, that's all you're going to see. All the good women will be walking right past you. You won't see them because your brain won't allow you to see that. This is why self-awareness causes you to challenge what you believe. Because some of you guys are stuck, not because you're a bad person, not because God doesn't love you, but because you're carrying a belief that's out of alignment with the truth. The belief won't let you see anything greater than what's available to you based upon that belief. And that's so important that you understand that. So important. So some of you guys are, you in a situation where somebody hurt your heart. They hurt you bad. I get that part. I'm not absolving anyone. So then you say, you make up your mind. There ain't no good man out there. All men are dogs. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see everything that supports and qualifies what you believe to be true. You won't see the good men because your brain won't allow you to see it. Not because they're not there, but because you're moving through the world with such certainty and such conviction that that's all you're going to see. You got to be careful with that, beloved. All the good men are gone. Guess what you're going to see? You won't see the good men. All the good men are married already. That's all you're going to see. Not because that's true, but because it's what you believe. You don't understand how powerful your beliefs are. Your beliefs are medicine. But they can also be the source of your suffering when you haven't mastered your mindset. Think about the placebo effect. It's not the pill that cures the woman. The pill is made of pure sugar. It's the belief that cures her. So if belief has the power to heal you, then it also has the power to control what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. Come on, we got to wake up here. Now you got all these Western medicines that these doctors have been pouring down this woman's throat. They ain't been able to heal her. Some of the most powerful medications in the world. Soon as belief showed up, the woman got healed. You don't understand. See, that's the problem. When you don't have a healthy relationship with belief and you don't fully understand how powerful it is, man, belief will change your whole life, but it'll also wreck it. I'm telling you, that's the problem. You don't have a great enough appreciation for belief. Whatever you believe, that's what's going to materialize in your life. So if you keep telling yourself all men are dogs, that's what you're going to see. You keep telling yourself, I ain't going to never open my heart again. You create that belief. That's what you're going to see. You keep telling yourself, there ain't no good women out there and all the good ones are taken. That's what you're going to see. Not because that's the truth. Because that's what you programmed your reticular activating system to see, your RAS, your reticular activating system. The same way if you say to yourself today, all I want to see is red cars today. You tell yourself that today. All I want to see is red cars. Guess what you're going to see? You're going to see more red cars than you see anything else. You're going to miss all the brown ones. You're going to miss all the yellow ones. You're going to miss all the green ones because you programmed your mind to only see that. That's how your reticular activating system works. And it's predicated on belief. You got to understand that. Just do that today and watch how many brown cars you miss. The brown cars could be a metaphor for that person that would have been a perfect person for you. The yellow cars being a metaphor for that person that could have been a perfect person. You're going to miss all of them because you programmed your mind to only see one thing. So the minute that you say, ain't no good men out there, that's what you're doing. You're programming your mind to not see the good ones and to only focus on the bad ones because your mind is trying to qualify what you believe to be true. Not because it's the truth, but because you made it your truth. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. I'm just telling you how your RAS works. I'm not asking you to change your life. I'm just telling you got to understand how your mind works. If you don't understand, some of you guys are creating bridges and walls where there are no bridges and walls. Your mind is creating the bridges and walls between you and certain people. Again, do me a favor real quick. You guys share the live to your stories. Let's get the likes up, you guys, so that we can get the medicine out. That part right there, Tara. Big homie, what's up, big homie? Quana, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Big homie, so good to see you. All right, let's get busy, What is healing? Going back to the original point, because I asked you guys, there was at least 10 people that said me. What specifically is healing? What is it? Because you can't hit a target that you don't have, and you'll never catch something if you don't understand what it is. So what is healing? What does it mean to you specifically? Don't give me like something you heard on social media. What is it? What specifically does it mean to you? Nephew said release the mind. Look at how, read the comments. Look at how all over the place everyone is with their answers. I want you guys to pay attention to that. Please pay attention to that. Positive mindset. Letting go. Recovering. Present moment freshness. Reset, forgiveness. I'm just trying to understand. Transformation. God, a process, observation. Look at where you guys look at that. It's everywhere. The comments are all over the place. I'm not blaming you for that. I just want you to see. What's up, Cass? All right, boom, let's get big. What's up, Spartan? Spartan Dre, what's up, family? So good to see you. Let's dive into the truth. Can we do that? Can we just dive into the truth? Can we just dive into the truth? That's all. Let's just dive into the truth. So good to see you, family. So good to see you, Spartan Dre. You want to know what healing is? Healing is waking up. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing more. Nothing. Healing is waking up. That's it. That's it. It's very short. That's all it is. It's nothing else. Healing is waking up. Healing is becoming self-aware. That's it. That's all it is. I'm not going to say to you, oh, it's all. No. And your therapist won't like what I'm about to say next. They won't like it. But I'm not, you guys know how I move. I'm not concerned about what people think. But I'm just telling you now, your therapist won't like it. Healing is waking up. Healing is becoming self-aware, because you're not broken and you don't need to be healed. One more time, you're not broken. You don't need to be healed. You're just out of alignment. Stop allowing people to make you think that something is wrong with you. The only thing wrong with you is the fact that you're still asleep, beloved. That's what's wrong. That's the only thing that's wrong. The only thing that's wrong is that you're still asleep. That's it. That's it. It's the only thing that's wrong. Let me qualify that, just in case you're struggling with it. The pain is a thought. That's all it is. Pain is a thought. Let me qualify that. You took this experience that you had and you condensed this experience into a thought. And when you condensed this experience into a thought, it got recorded into your memory. When you reflect on that thought, you attach emotion to it. When you attach emotion to it, you recreate the experience. Not in reality, just in your mind. One more time. Pain is a thought. That's it. You took an experience that you had, and I'm not absolving anyone of the experience. I'm not saying that whatever that person may have done wasn't wrong. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there was an experience that happened to you. Something happened. And you took that experience and you condensed it down into a thought. When you condensed it down into a thought, you recorded it to memory. When you recorded it to memory, every now and then, whether it's every day, every other day, once a week, once a month, once a year, what you do is you think about that thought. But when you think about the thought, you attach emotion to it. It's the emotion that you attach to it that's hurting you, not the thought. The thought is powerless. Everything is powerless without you attaching emotion to it. And when you become self-aware, you'll stop attaching emotion to things that don't serve you. Right now, you're not self-aware, so you're attaching emotion to things that are out of alignment with where you're going, that are out of alignment with who you are, and that are out of alignment with what you desire. You're attaching emotion to things. When you attach emotion to anything, it unlocks the emotional experience in you. So it's not reality that's hurting you. It's not that event that's hurting you. It's not that person that's hurting you. It's you attaching memory to a thought from some previous experience that we no longer have access to that hurt you, that's causing all of your suffering. All of it is coming from that. So there's nothing broken. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. You're simply attaching emotion due to a lack of self-awareness to a previous experience that you can't edit, you can't change, you can't alter. See, we talk about this all the time. Wisdom, when you think about your past and you no longer attach emotion to it, that's wisdom. But when you think about your past and you attach emotion to it, that causes your suffering. That's so important that you understand that. When you become self-aware, you'll stop doing that. One more time. When you think, so people, Coach, I need to change the past. No, you don't. No, you don't. We need to change your relationship with it. We don't want to change the past. We don't want to erase the past. We don't want to get rid of the past. There's too much value there. So we don't want to change the past. We just want to change your relationship with it. How do we change your relationship with it? By no longer attaching emotion to it. When I think about my past, I don't attach emotion to it anymore. When I don't, because it's neutral, it's powerless. But everything in your life is powerless until you attach emotion to it. There's nothing in your life that's powerful. When people walk out of your life, the event of them walking out of your life doesn't hurt anybody. What hurts you is the story that you attach to it. What hurts you is the meaning you attach to it. You are the one hurting you, not reality. You hurt you, beloved. That's nothing to do with reality. Now, you're going to blame that person, but again, that's due to a lack of self-awareness. Let me give it to you in a way I know you can't miss it. In awareness, we have something that's known as a camera check. So if you think about a camera can only capture the experience. But the beautiful thing about a camera is that it captures the experience, but it can't capture the emotion from the experience. I'll give you an example. Let's just say two people are outside standing by their car and they're having a heated argument. Now you're witnessing the heated argument. You can even hear what they're saying. So you know the emotion, you know what's being said, you know how the people are feeling in that moment because you're assigning emotion to the conversation. Freeze that thought. But if a camera were to look at that situation and it were to take a picture, the camera would only see two people standing by the car. The camera wouldn't know if they were angry. It wouldn't know if they were happy. It wouldn't know if they were sad. So when you're looking at your past, you have to look at it through the filter of the camera, not through the filter of the emotion. Because once you add the emotion to it, that's what hurts you. One more time, when you're looking at a picture, you don't know if the people are happy in the picture, they sad in the picture, because you can't, the camera doesn't give you the emotion. It only gives you the reality. And so when you're looking at your past, you look at it through the filter of a camera check. I camera check my past all the time, but I just don't attach emotion to it. The moment I attach emotion to it, I'm going to recreate the entire experience. And that's what you're doing. So when you're looking at your past or you're looking at the event that causes depression or causes anxiety or causes unhappiness, you're adding emotion to it. So you're recreating it over and over and over and over again. And that's why you think you need to heal. The only thing that needs to heal is the version of you that continues to add emotion to the experience. That's what we need to fix. But it's not broken. It's just a story that you keep telling yourself. Once you become self-aware, you'll stop doing that because you'll understand how much damage you're doing to yourself and you'll just stop. You'll stop doing it. You don't need a therapist for that because the therapist 9 times out of 10 won't tell you that. Why? Because that's a remedy. That's a solution. They want to give you a remedy. They don't want to give you the solution. That's the solution. It's the only solution. So through self-awareness, and it won't take you long, through self-awareness, you're going to wake up to what you're doing and then you'll stop doing it. But right now, you think that right now, when you look at your past, you think it's the people, you think it's the event, you think it's the situation that's causing you to feel the way you feel. That's a lack of self-awareness. Everything in your life is neutral right now. Nothing in your life has power. You give everything power because you are the divine. Nothing in your life has power other than the power you give it. You give the relationship power. You give your kids power. You give your job power. You give your problems power. You give your ego power. All power comes from you. Nothing outside of your world right now has power other than the power you give it. I'll give you a perfect example of that. Right now, you're so engaged in this conversation with me that you're not thinking about your past. So it's not bothering you. Why? Because you're not giving it power. But the moment you start giving it your attention and the moment you give it your focus, now all of a sudden it's bothering you. Because you gave it your energy, you've given it your attention. Whatever you give your energy and attention to, you give it power. So self-awareness is going to teach you how to stop giving your energy and attention to things that don't serve you. Now, if it serves you, give it your energy and attention. But if it doesn't serve you, why would you do that? Because you only hurt yourself. I never give energy and attention to things. Why would I do that? That's like me driving off the side of the road. I mean, well, how's that going to serve me? But that's what most people are doing. You are mentally and emotionally driving off the side of the cliff. And then you blaming the cliff. You drove. You did it. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like common sense, but you will be blown away how many people are on their way to the therapist right now thinking they got all these problems. You don't have problems. You don't need to heal and you're not broken. You just need to wake up. See, here's what you got to understand. It's only the things in your life that are false that cause you to suffer. It's only the things in your life that are false that causes you to suffer. That's it. The suffering is happening to you because something in your life is false. Did you hear what I just said? I said the suffering is happening to you because something in your life is false. The false narrative that you create about reality, that's producing your suffering. The false relationship that you have with other people where there's no genuine love, only your attachment disguised as love, that's producing your suffering. The false ideas and assumptions that we create about life and other people, that's causing your suffering. The moment you drop what's false, your suffering will end immediately. Get everything false out of your life is the point that I'm trying to make here. Some of you guys won't wake up to, how you gonna wake up to the truth of who you are, and you won't wake up to the truth of what's happening in your life? Wake up to the truth of what's happening in your relationship. Wake up to the truth of what's happening in your friendships. Wake up to the truth of what's happening in you. If you don't wake up to the truth, you're gonna continue to suffer, beloved. Not because God is trying to punish you, because he's trying to wake you up to the truth. You hanging on to something that might not be the truth. Like some person, some story you telling yourself about this relationship that you know damn well. The relationship is out of alignment with where you're trying to go. But you're trying to change the person. You don't change the person, you change yourself. And if you can't change yourself, then you change the environment that you're in. Maybe two ways. I'm either change me or I'm going to change the environment that I'm in. It's one or the other. It's one of the two. That's it. I ain't gonna change you. No, and the reason why I'm not gonna change you, I don't have the power to change you. So I gotta change me. And if I can't change me, then I'm going to change the environment that I'm in, meaning I'm going to remove myself from the environment. That's it. But all that complaining and I don't like my life and all of these other things like that, no. That's a waste of energy, beloved. Stop. Don't waste your energy on that. You're lowering your own vibrational frequency, which means you're out of alignment with opportunities that could change your life. Now, you don't ever punish you. You don't ever punish the creator in you. I don't give a damn what's going on in your world. You don't ever punish you. You don't ever punish you. You don't get down on you. You don't stop believing in you. You don't none of that. You change yourself or you change the environment. Let me tell you why. Because the person is operating at full capacity. That's how you got to look at the situation. The person is operating at full capacity. They are either everything you want, need, and desire, or they're not. It's a simple, and it's not a math problem. It's the person everything you want, need, and desire. It's a simple yes or no. If they are not, then change yourself. If you don't want to change yourself, then change the environment. Once you start moving through life that way, you're going to become so powerful so fast. I don't want to change you because you're not the problem. I'm the problem because I'm rejecting you. That's where my unhappiness is coming from because I'm rejecting you. That's where my sadness is coming from because I'm rejecting you. Anything that you reject in life, you become. So you don't reject anything. Now, we don't have time for rejecting. You don't play basketball, you don't reject anything. That's for the basketball team. They rejecting the shots when they come in. Now, you don't reject things, you accept things. Because that keeps me in alignment with love, that keeps me in alignment with happiness, that keeps me in alignment with peace. So I don't want you to change. I made a conscious decision to be in this relationship with you. And maybe right now I've outgrown this relationship, I've outgrown this person, I've outgrown this situation. So I'm not gonna sit there, I need you to change. No, don't get them to change because they're not the problem. You're the one rejecting the person. But that's where all of your suffering is coming from. Your suffering is coming because you're rejecting reality. The person is reflective of reality. They are something that God made. It doesn't matter if you agree with that or not. They are something that God made, and he may still be working on them. Can't speed up his clock because of something that you're not getting in the situation. If you're not getting what you want from the situation, remove yourself from the situation. Period. We complicate the hell out of life. We won't remove ourselves from the situation, but we'll sit and complain about it all day. I'm just asking you to make it make sense. I'm not asking you to change your life right now. I'm just asking you to make it make sense. What's up, Lala? The reason why I tell you guys you don't ever complain, not because it's like, oh, why are you complaining? It has something to do with that. You don't ever complain because complaining is a punishment that you give to yourself, like anger. Anger is a punishment you give to yourself. Complaining is a punishment you give to yourself. So you don't complain because when you complain, you only punishing yourself. You don't punish the other person when you complain. Yeah, they get tired of hearing you, but the emotion that you feel is in you. It's not in them. So who you hurt when you complain? You only hurt yourself. And then you lower your vibrational frequency, which means peace is not in you, happiness is not in you, love is not in you. There ain't a person that's ever been created that's worth me complaining about. Not one. The person is operating at maximum capacity. If they could give you more, they would give you more. If they could be more for you, they would be more for you. We want people to be things for us that they don't know how to be for themselves. They don't know how to be that. Whatever you asking them for, they don't know how to give that to themselves. How they gonna give it to you? Now the person may have showed up pretending that they could be all these things for you, but when reality set in, reality showed you that this person couldn't be that for you. Which means I'm either be that for myself or I'm going to remove myself from the situation. But I'm not going to complain about it because the complaint only punishes me. I love you too, Seth. That's what awareness is trying to teach you. You said, isn't it good to talk? There ain't nothing to talk about. See, that's the problem. You want to talk about something when reality has already had a conversation with you. The person's behavior had a whole conversation with you. The disrespect had a conversation with you. Them not being what you want, need, and desire had a conversation with you. Ain't nothing to talk about, beloved. What we talking about? You trying to talk because you're trying to convince that person to be something for you that they really don't know how to be. And maybe they'll go and be that for a week, or maybe they'll be it for 2 weeks, or maybe they'll be it for a month. But now they're acting out of alignment with their character because now they're transforming into what you want them to be. Which means that they're not going to be happy because now they're performing. See, that's the problem. When you start talking to a person, see, you shouldn't have to talk to me about nothing. If I genuinely love you, I'm going to be everything you want me to desire because I want you in my life. I'm going to go work on myself because I don't want to lose you. I'm going to become emotionally intelligent because I don't want to lose you. I'll go to the therapist myself if there's something wrong with me because I don't want to lose you. But you shouldn't have to talk to me. You don't have to talk to love. You ain't got to talk to love. You got to talk to something when love's not there. I'll give you that. But when a person really loves you, they're going to show you. Person to swim across the ocean for you when they really love you. Person to fight a lion for you when they really love you. Person to jump in front of a bullet for you when they really love you. So giving you some energy, that ain't hard. Giving you some attention, that ain't hard. Giving you some intimacy, that ain't hard. Showing up for you, that's not hard. So if I got to sit down and have a conversation with you, I'm ignoring reality. Because reality has already had a conversation with you. You're not ready to accept the reality, the conversation that reality had with you. That's the problem. See, we ignore what reality is showing us, but we'll listen to what the person is saying. We'll ignore the behaviors, but we listen to what the person is saying. And that's the problem, because what they're saying and their behaviors don't align. What reality is showing us and what the person is showing us doesn't align. That's why you confuse in a relationship. Because the person is saying one thing, but they're doing something different. There ain't nothing to talk about. The moment you got to talk, we already got a problem. I'm telling you, man, I've been doing this for 2 decades now. All that talking don't go anywhere because when the only thing when you listen, people, whatever a person is in your relationship right now, you getting the best of what you're getting from that person right now. especially if you've been in that relationship with that person for a year or better, because that means the masks are off now. That means hopefully you guys have got the mask part off. Okay, so you get into the real true essence of who they are. That means there's no more pretending. The person is whoever they're going to be. And their behavior is having a conversation with you that their words never will. Their actions are having a conversation with you that their words never will. The way they treat you is having a conversation with you that their words never will. Block out the words. I'm gonna give you two on there. I'm gonna give it to you in a way I know you don't miss it. Look at your relationship right now and put it on mute. I teach my clients this all the time. Look at your relationship right now and put the relationship on mute. Meaning, get all the words out the way. That's the problem. The words are the problem. Get all the words out of the way. And only look at the relationship through the filter of their behaviors, their actions, and the way they treat you. Get the words out. I want to hear about a word. So get all the words out. Just look at your relationship through the filter of their actions, their behaviors, and the way they treat you specifically. And be ready for the truth, because it's going to be looking you dead in the face. And if you look at your relationship through that filter, it's going to tell you everything you need to know. The moment you add the words back, confusion. That's all you got to do. You want to see the truth in your relationship? Get them damn words out the relationship. Get the words out. And look at your relationship through the filter of their actions, their behaviors, and the way they treat you specifically. I don't want to hear about no fantasies. I don't want to hear about potential. I don't want to hear one day they might be. No, go off of what reality is showing you right now. And if you do that, you'll never be blinded. You'll never be taken advantage of, and you'll never be manipulated. Now, you can ignore that, which most people are going to do, because you're going to add the words back. You're going to add the baby, I love yous, and I'm going to change, and let's go do this, and all of that's buying them time. That's all that's doing. People only change for two reasons. Two reasons. They change because they've been hurt a lot, or they change because they've learned a lot. That's it. So if you can tell me, oh, he didn't learn a lot, she learned a lot, I believe you. But if they still the same person and they ain't learned a lot, where the change come from? You may have learned a lot. I'm telling. What's up, Juliet? So good to see you, beloved. So good to see you. I appreciate that, Charles. I appreciate that. Do me a favor real quick. You guys share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Yeah, the only reason why people change. People change. Think about what I'm saying. People change for two reasons. They've been hurt a lot. See, that hurt will cause you to change. Or they've learned a lot. Some of you guys are here right now watching this live because you've been hurt a lot. That's why you're here. Your pain brought you here. Your common sense didn't bring you here. Your thirst for knowledge did not bring you here. Your pain specifically brought you here. Why? Because pain is its own form of intelligence. Pain knows exactly how to move through your life. Pain knows how to get you to move. Pain knows how to get you to walk away from things. Pain knows how to get you to set things down. Pain is the entry fee to the life you want. Pain is the entry fee to self-awareness. Pain is the entry fee to your greatness. Celebrate your pain. I'm telling you now, celebrate your scars, celebrate your wounds, because they are going to help you become a version of yourself that you ain't never been in the history of your life. Then PhDs won't be to touch what pain is going to do. All them degrees won't touch what pain is going to do. All them certifications won't touch what pain is going to do. All them moments when you might have went viral on social media won't touch what pain will do in your life. If you would just let go of the thing that's causing you to be in pain to begin with. Tell you that pain, love it. I'd rather have pain than what I call a best friend. Pain is your best friend. We don't understand that. Pain is all divine, just like discipline. Pain and discipline are divine instruments. I'm telling you now, you need that pain. You need to celebrate that. All the little scars you got, you need to celebrate that. All the wounds, you need to celebrate that. All the failed relationships, you need to celebrate that. Because the culmination of all of that is going to be the very reason why you become the greatest version of yourself. I said the very reason. Pain will transform you into something strong. Pain will transform you into something fearless. Pain will take you to the highest level of wisdom. Pain will take you to the highest level of growth. You need that. You need to get on the phone right now. Call every person that then cause you some pain and tell them thank you. I ain't saying you need to invite the person back in your life. Thank you. Because that pain is what you needed to get you to this moment, which is going to be the catalyst to get you to the next. Without your pain, you wouldn't be here. If I remove the pain out your life, you'd be a shell of yourself right now. I'm telling you now. See, that's the problem. One more time, we talked about this yesterday, that rosy retrospection. Nah, you needed the pain. The pain was important. I feel sorry for the people that never been through it. If you want to live in the truth, I feel sorry for the people that never been through it. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel sorry for the people that never been through it, because you ain't going to ever become nothing. You won't get to your spiritual awakening without pain. You won't get there any other way. Your degrees won't get you there. Your PhD won't get you there. Your MBA won't get you there. I don't give a damn where you could have went to Harvard 10 times in a row. It won't take you to self-awareness. Only your pain will. So what you complaining about? The fact that you need to heal is a beautiful thing. The fact that you have wounds is a beautiful thing. See, that's the problem. We don't understand pain. You ain't got a healthy relationship with it. When you don't understand it, yeah, you're going to reject anything you don't understand. Pain made me this version of me. Nothing else. Not all them trips to Disneyland and birthdays and barbecues and hanging out at the club and doing this and Ferraris and Lamborghini. None of that did nothing. Pain brought me here. Like I said, anything that you don't understand, you're going to reject. You rejected it because you don't understand it. I tell you guys, you ain't got 4 filters that you look at. You look right, wrong, good, bad. You looking at the world through those filters. And pain doesn't fit a filter that's in alignment with your truth. That's the real problem. You ain't got the 4 filters that you're looking at the world through: good, bad, right, wrong. Somebody programmed you that way. So you got programmed to look at pain as a bad thing. But it ain't no different than I tell you guys the story about the premature butterfly. It's no different than the story with the premature butterfly. Think about what I'm saying. The man is walking through the forest. He sees a butterfly. He sees a butterfly struggling to get out of the cocoon. When he sees the butterfly struggling to get out of the cocoon, he's just sitting there watching the butterfly. You know, the butterfly is flapping its wings and it's flapping its wings and it's flapping its wings and it's trying to get out of the cocoon. So in the man's mind, the butterfly is in pain. The butterfly is struggling. So his mind says, I need to help the butterfly. And so he does. And so he very gently opens the cocoon. And to his surprise, the butterfly was still flapping its wings, but it wouldn't fly away. So he watched it for 15 or 20 minutes, just looking, hoping that the butterfly would fly away, thankful for what he had done. And after 20 minutes, the man walked away. The next day he comes on his trail again, doing his normal walk. He walks over to go check on the butterfly. The butterfly is still there, still flapping its wings. What he failed to realize is that the butterfly flapping its wings against the cocoon was how the butterfly was able to gain strength. It was making its wings stronger flapping them against the cocoon. He didn't understand that because he coming from his programming and conditioning. He's looking at it through the wrong filter, like so many of us do. So he got involved. He got in the way, never realizing and understand. He ruined the butterfly. That butterfly never took flight because he got in the way. The butterfly never took flight because he looked at it through the wrong filter. Ain't no different than you. You're looking at your pain through the wrong filter. So it's taking you somewhere that's out of alignment with God's truth. So you think something is wrong. You think you're broken. You think you need to heal, not because that's reality, not because that's God's reality, because that's the reality you were programmed and conditioned to see through. When all you are is like the premature butterfly. That's all you are. That's all you are. You the butterfly in the story. So you got this therapist over here telling you broken. You got this book over here telling you broken. You got these people on social media telling you broken. So you listening. You don't know what to do. So you just listening. So now in your mind, you broken. The very thing you running from is the very thing you need to be running toward. You don't understand it. Do me a favor real quick. You guys share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Share the live to your stories real quick. Let's get the likes up, you guys, so that we can get the medicine out. Healing is just waking up. That's all it is. We'll have to make it sound super fancy. I'm not going to make it sound, oh my God, the heavens are going to open up and rainbows and none of that. It's just waking up. That's all it is. Again, you guys, do me a favor, share the live to your stories real quick. What's up, Daniel? So good to see you, beloved. So good to see you. The number one sign that you're asleep, the number one indicator that you are not self-aware is that you're suffering. That's it. If you're suffering in any capacity of your life, it's because you're out of touch with the truth. You're out of touch with reality. You're out of touch with your divine essence. You don't know who you are, so you suffer. Suffering means that I am ignorant to my true nature. Suffering means that I don't know who I am. That's why you're suffering. Because you're still identifying with your me. That's the biggest problem you have, beloved. You're identifying with your me still. You're identifying with some version of yourself that you are not. And in your mind, it's real. That's why you suffer. That's why you suffer. All of your negative emotions that you experience are coming to tell you that you're still asleep. That's why you have emotions. No other reason. No other reason. No other reason. All of your negative emotions that you experience are coming to tell you that you are still asleep, that you are out of alignment with the truth, that you are out of alignment with God, that you are out of alignment with your divine essence. All of them. That's why you have them. Not so that you could see the world through them, not so that you can make decisions with them, so that you would understand anytime that you are out of alignment with the truth. That's all you have. No other reason. So anytime that you're experiencing negative emotions, they're coming to, you don't have, let's start with the truth. You don't have positive or negative emotions. Even though, again, one more time, we're always looking at reality through some filter. You don't have positive or negative emotions. You just have emotions. Your depression is not a negative emotion. I can make the argument that your depression is more loyal to you than every person you call a friend. I would rather have depression in my life than any person that I've ever called a friend, times 1,000. See, when you change your relationship with things, the things you see changes. Everything you see changes when you change your relationship with things. Depression is loyal as hell to you. Depression is coming to let you know you hanging on to something that's out of alignment with the truth. You hanging on to something that's out of alignment with who you are. You have forgotten who you are. That's what depression is coming to let you know. You cling into something, you're attached to something, you're out of alignment with the moment, you're out of alignment with your father. That's why depression is tapping you on the shoulder. But you didn't went to some therapist, you didn't read some book somewhere, you didn't watch some video with somebody who lacked self-awareness, who lacked emotional intelligence, and you let them program you to believe that depression is some bad thing that you need to take all this medication for. Tricking you out of your whole divinity. Never realizing and understanding that the medication you took for the depression was worse than the depression itself. I said the medication that you are taking is far worse than the thing that you're taking the medication for. Because now you got two problems. You got the original problem that you had when you went to go see the person. And now you got the problem of whatever this medication is that you think you can't function in life without. I'm telling you. I'm just giving you raw truth right now. I'm not asking you to change your life. Because you don't understand. That's a business for these people. You going to the therapist, that's a business. It's a business. That's a business. See, I'm a coach. I'm not a pastor. But people ask me all the time. I'm not a therapist. I carry spiritual intelligence, which is the most powerful intelligence on the planet. So people ask me all the time, you a coach? You a therapist? You a pastor? No. The difference between the pastor and the coach, I don't need you to follow me anywhere. Saying I don't need to tell you nothing. I don't need to trick you out of anything. I don't need you to follow me anywhere. I tell my students that all the time. Don't follow me because I can't take you where God is leading you. I'm only here to help you to become unlocked. I don't need you to come see me every Sunday. Don't need it. I need you to unlock yourself. And once you unlock yourself, then you can detach from me like that butterfly, take off flying, and go do whatever it is you're supposed to do in this world. That's the difference. The difference between me and the therapist is I'm not going to put you on some medication. I have nothing to prescribe to you to keep you on the hook, to keep you coming back to see me for a problem that you don't have. You have an alignment issue. You don't have a problem. That part right there. See, and what happens is that when you become unlocked, then our relationship becomes synergistic. My goal is to get you up here where I am, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Because then now we have a synergistic relationship. Now we can focus on doing what we need to do in this world. But if I'm spoon feeding you the information and I'm gatekeeping the information and then I'm hurting you, beloved. Your gift might be 10 times more powerful than any gift that I carry right now. Why do I need to stand in the way of it? See, when it comes to self-awareness is spiritual intelligence. Self-awareness is you being connected to your divinity. And I understand that you have a purpose that may be far greater than the one. My job is to just help people become unlocked. That's it. But yours might be something completely different. Right? Why will I ever disrespect you? Because I know what you are. I'm gonna always leave you better than I found you because I know what you are. I know exactly what you are. What's going on? What's up, you guys? Do me a favor real quick. You guys share the live to your stories real quick if you haven't already done so. Do me a favor real quick and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Boom. That part right there, change it again, family, change it again. Here's the real medicine. Here's the real medicine. You guys want to know what the highest form of spiritual intelligence is? Highest form. Or does anyone know? Let me ask you, because somebody might know. What's the highest form of spiritual intelligence? Like highest, in your opinion? I love that. Knowing yourself. Self-worth. I love it. I love it. I love it. God's soldier. I love that. Love. I love that, Haley. Authenticity. Love it. Love it. Love it. Gratitude. Love it. Love it. Love it. Self-awareness. Love it. Authenticity. Juliet. Love it. Love it. Elaine, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Love me some Elaine. She don't bother nobody. She do her own thing. Love me some Elaine. Acceptance. Love it. You guys want to take the elevator all the way up? We're going to take the elevator all the way up. Love you too, beloved. Love you too. Let's take the elevator all the way up. Come on, Elaine. We're going to take the elevator up with. Right here. We're taking it up. This might be the most important conversation you have all year. What I'm getting ready to say next. Just might be. Not saying it is, but it just might be. All of your suffering is coming from you not understanding the difference between what changes and what doesn't. This is the highest form of spiritual intelligence. All of your suffering, I didn't say some of it. All of your suffering is coming from you not understanding the difference between what changes and what does not change. All of it. You want to talk about the highest level of self-awareness? This is where you start. It's so crucial for you to understand that what changes cannot be who you are. Let me say that one more time. What changes cannot be who you are. What changes cannot be what you are. What changes cannot be what you are. I'm going to qualify this in a way that's going to be humanly impossible for you to misunderstand it, for you to not get it. Humanly impossible. Only way you won't get this message is if you just plug your ears. You're always the same, beloved. You ain't never changed in the history of your life. I said in the history of your life. Since you've been on this planet, you have never changed. I said never, and then put 1 trillion more nevers behind that. You never changed in any way. All throughout what we call life, you never change even a little bit. You have not even changed even a little bit. I could change your name right now, and you still gonna be the same. I could change your religion right now, and you still gonna be the same. I could change your political beliefs right now. You still gonna be the same. I could take you to the moon right now. You still gonna be the same. Same person watching this, we're gonna be just watching it from the moon. It's the only difference. I could take you to the bottom of the ocean right now. You're gonna still be the same. However, your whole life has always changed, but you are not your life. You are the observer of life. You are consciousness. You are the awareness. You don't ever change, and you never have. The spiritual being in you has always been the same since the day you were born. You are not a body that has a spirit. You are a spirit that was given a body. Big difference. But when you identify as the person, like 99% of you guys on this live are doing, you're identifying as the thing that changes. That's where all your suffering is coming from. Even though I just qualified it, that's where it's all coming from. So when you identify as the person and then you say, oh yeah, coach, I've changed so much. But you haven't. You haven't. Not even a little bit. The host body that carries your essence, your spiritual being, has it changed? Absolutely. But that's not what you are. So when you say you've changed, let me tell you what you're really referring to. You're talking about your belief systems have changed. I'll give you that. You're talking about your personality. That has changed. I'll give you that. You're talking about your interests, your preferences, your body, your talents, your abilities, your level of education. Yes, all of that has changed. I'll give you that. But these things are not what you are. They're what you witness. They're what you came here to observe. But they are not what you are. Think about what I'm saying. You mean to tell me with a straight face, I can change your name right now? Look how you cling to your name. Look at how you cling to your name. I can change your name right now. You're going to still be the same. I can take you to the moon right now. You're going to still be the same. I can change your religion. You're going to still be the same. I can remove your arms and your legs. You would still be the same. I can take you to the bottom of the ocean. You're going to still be the same. It doesn't matter where you go, you never change, but you're identifying with your physical body. That's what's hurting you. You're identifying with your personality. That's what's hurting you. You're identifying with your name that you protect. That's what's hurting you. But if you look at what I'm saying with your spiritual mind, what you'll notice is that you never change. No matter how many things I change on you, I can literally get rid of half of your body right now. You can still be the same person. You're going to still think the same. You're going to still love the same. You're going to still believe the same. You're going to still feel it like the same. Nothing changes. And nothing has changed since the day you were born. Spirit has been watching this host body grow up this entire time. Spirit's just observing. Spirit's just been observing this entire time. You've been the same since the day you were born. Nothing has changed. Spirit just observes. Your body experiences the pain. Spirit experiences the body. Why does spirit experience the body? Because once your spiritual awakening happens, you have to be able to relate to people that have experienced pain and that have experienced suffering and has experienced this. So you know how much of yourself to put in each situation. You know how much compassion, how much empathy, how much love, how much this or how much that you need to bring to the situation. You wouldn't know that if the body didn't experience it. So spirit experiences the body. The body experiences the pain. Where's your pain coming from? You're identifying with the body, not as spirit. That's what the spiritual awakening is about. The moment you start identifying as spirit, which is who you really are, and you stop identifying as the thing that changes, all of your suffering goes away. That's what it's all about. You're identifying as something that changes. Even though you never changed. I just qualified it for you. Just sit and think about what I just said. Just sit and think about what I said. You mean I can change your religion and you don't change? I can change your political beliefs, you don't change? I can change your significant other, you don't change. I can change your kids, you don't change. I can change where you work, you don't change. You never change. You're suffering because you identify as the thing that changes, even though you don't. I just qualified it for you. Now you're going to let your ego trick you into believing that you can find something. That's what you're doing right now. Your ego got you searching right now. But you're never going to find anything. Because there's nothing to find. The same way you won't find I'm going to challenge you right now. Let me show you how powerful self-awareness is. I'll give you $1 million right now if you can introduce me to the one that carries your pain. I give you $1 million right now if you can introduce me to the one that carries your pain. Show me the one that carries your sadness. Show me the one that carries your suffering. Show me the one that carries your trauma. Let me tell you, when you say me, let me tell you what you're referring to. You're talking about a collection of thoughts that you have about yourself. You're talking about a collection of beliefs that you have about yourself. You're talking about a collection of opinions and assumptions that you have about yourself. And at the center of all of that is your ego. What you call your me is your ego, combined with a collection of thoughts, a collection of beliefs, a collection of attitudes, a collection of opinions, and a collection of assumptions. The culmination of all of that is what you call me. Take me to Starbucks right now. You sit home as spirit and tell me to go to Starbucks and get you something. If me is so real. Tell me to go make you a sandwich right now in the kitchen. Tell me to go turn this TV on. You ain't gonna find me because me doesn't exist. Me is trapped in a thought that you have about yourself that you promote to the world. Your persona, your reputation, the masks you wear, your pride, your ego, all of the culmination of all of that is what you call me. You got spirit and you call me. The spiritual awakening is about you dissolving your me. That's all it is. That's what the whole spiritual awakening is about. It's about the day that you dismantle your me, because your me is in the way. You dance with a great white right now. My mentors gave me that challenge and I couldn't find the one. Introduce me to the one that holds your pain right now. That's what they would tell me. Show me the one who holds your pain. Well, me. Okay, well, who's me? Who's this me you talking about? Your name, your reputation, your masks, the opinion you have about yourself, your ego, your pride, your persona, your religion, who you think you are, the culmination of all of that's what you call me. Spirit doesn't carry pain. Spirit doesn't carry suffering. Spirit doesn't carry abuse. Spirit is pure unconditional love. Spirit doesn't seek love because spirit is love. Why would it be looking for the very thing that it already is? So when you say me, that's what you're talking about. That's where all your suffering is coming from. The one that holds your suffering is your me. Inner child is a collection of thoughts that you have about yourself that you haven't let go of yet. a collection of experiences that your ego keeps reminding you of. So you got to understand, when you start understanding duality, you got to understand that the way your mind works is that your mind doesn't have the ability to be in the present moment. Your mind has to always juxtapose the present moment to something else, right? So it's the present moment and the future, or it's the present moment and the past. It has to see things in twos. It can't just see the moment. It can't see oneness. It has to see everything in twos. When it looks at a tree that has fruit on it, it can't just see the tree. No, it sees the tree and the fruit, but the tree and the fruit are the same thing. The tree and the fruit are one. When it looks at a rose, it looks at the rose, but then it also looks at the stems. But the rose and the stems are the same. The stems are an extension of the rose. They are part of the rose. You don't need to pick them off. You don't need to do anything because it's all just one thing. But your mind doesn't have the ability to see one thing. Think about what I'm saying. When you walk up to a tree, you see two things. You see the tree and then you see the fruit. But the tree and the fruit are the same. The fruit is just a different expression of the tree. Same thing when you go to the ocean. You see the ocean and then you see the waves. Your mind doesn't have the ability. The point that I'm trying to get you to understand is that your mind doesn't have the ability to see oneness. It can only see things in twos. So it's either looking at a past, future, right, wrong, good, bad, up, down. It always looks at, but there's no such thing. There's just oneness. There's just consciousness. And everything you see is just consciousness in a different form. There's just one. Every person you see is just a different expression of consciousness. Every insect you see is just a different expression of consciousness. Every tree, bug, animal, it's just consciousness expressing itself in a different form. So when you hurt the person, you're hurting God at the same time, whether you realize it or not. But because, what's the goal? The goal is to transcend mind. Because if you never transcend mind, you'll never have the awakening. Why? Because your mind is going to keep you seeing things in twos. It's going to create separation between you and that person. It won't look at the person as just a different wave in the ocean. It'll look at that person as somebody completely different. Never realizing and understanding that that person is just a different expression of the same thing. Everyone that you see, everything that you see is just a different expression of the same thing. It's like when you go to the ocean, you're going to see different waves all over the ocean, but all of the waves are just different expressions of the same ocean. Every person is just a different expression of the same ocean. Who's the ocean? God. But your programmed mind won't allow you to see it. One more time, because you can only see what you believe. Dave, what's up, beloved? I mean, I can make it super complicated for you guys, but what is that going to help? That's why God unlocked me, because I know how to simplify the complicated. I don't need to sound smart in front of you guys and use all these technical terms and definitions, and then you sit there like, what is he talking about? That's what all these other gurus are doing. They so busy trying to sound smart. So they want to make it sound like take you all out somewhere where you don't need to be. You know, I learned how to simplify the complicated. I'm a master at simplifying the complicated. Just know that when you walk outside, every single person that you see is just a different expression of the same ocean. I didn't say you got to like that part of the ocean. I didn't say you got to hang out with that part of the ocean. I didn't say you got to love that person. But just understand that when you look at that person, everything that's in you is also in that person. That person is operating on the same consciousness that you're operating on. Everything that's keeping your body alive right now is the same thing that's keeping that person. The divine intelligence that's operating your body right now without your involvement is the same divine intelligence that's operating in. When you look out at the world right now, you go to a Starbucks, you go to Madison Square Garden right now, you might see 10,000 people walking down the street. All 10, what's looking out your eyes right now is the same thing that's looking out of theirs. The only difference is that you have unique programming and conditioning. And because you have unique programming and conditioning, because your programming and conditioning that you have is predicated on the gift that you carry. So that's why that's important. But if you walk to Madison Square Garden right now and you see 10,000 people, the very thing that's looking out your eyes right now, out of the world, It's the very thing that's looking out of theirs. No difference. The only thing that separates you from everyone else is that your programming and conditioning causes you to see things differently than everyone else. But the one that's doing the looking, the one that's doing the seeing, is the same that's in them. No different. That's why you don't reject people, because when you reject people, you're really rejecting God. You're just rejecting him in a different form. You're really just rejecting a different expression of him. And this is why I say, when you add somebody to your life, if the person is no longer what you want, need, and desire, then just remove yourself from that situation. Don't try to change the person, because that person is on some journey, even though if they may not be where you are, they may not have even started the journey yet, and that's okay. But the point not to be missed is that at some point in time, they will. And if they're not enough for you, or they're not what you need them to be, then just remove yourself from the situation. But don't get mad because they can't be what you need them to be, because they may not be where you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's all I'm trying to say. They just may not be where you are as of yet. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You know, we oftentimes give people, 80-mile-an-hour reactions to 20-mile-an-hour situations, because they can't be what we need them to be for us. You just said something, beloved, when you just said, they're on their own path. And that's what I won't even go there. I almost went there. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories real quick. That's the only way, in awareness, that's the only way that a relationship makes sense. The relationship makes sense because the person gives you an opportunity or the ability to discover your purpose more effectively or efficiently, or to get your purpose out to the world more effectively, more efficiently. They help you with whatever your mission may be. And then we get the companionship, and then we get the romance, and then we get the flowers, and then we got that all backwards. We got that whole thing reversed. We want the candy first. We want the flowers first. We want the love first. We want the intimacy first. We want all of the things that are supposed to come second. We want that first. That's why so many relationships are failing, because you're picking people for the wrong reason. No, the relationship makes sense in God's mind. When you add somebody to your life, that this person helps you to reach your purpose more efficiently and more effectively, to bring your purpose to the world, to bring your gift to the world, right? To help you with your mission, and you understand that they have a mission as well, and guys both get to move to life like that. Okay, that's where we start, because if we don't have that, we don't have anything. Then we get the binge watching the Netflix. Then we get the cupcaking. Then we get the pillow talk. Then we get the date nights. Then we get the kids. Then we get all of that. But we're doing it in reverse. You spending 5 years with this person, 10 years with this person, only to discover that this person can't help you become who you ultimately want to become. In fact, they're a hindrance to who you're trying to become. So you move through life wrong. I pick people and add people to my life based upon where I am in my journey, based upon where I am in my mission. And my first mind is, can you help me get to that place faster, get there more effectively, get there more efficiently? And not just me, can I help you? Right? It's got to be a bilateral relationship. I got to be able to help you, and you got to be able to help me. But if I can't help you, then I don't deserve to have access to you. That'll make me a bad person. I just can't help you right now. I'm going to slow you down. But we picking people for the wrong reason. You pick somebody because they cute. Pick this person because they got a banging body. Pick this person because they went to school here. Pick this person because you think they can provide for you. But you picking people for the wrong reason. Wrong damn reason. Then you wonder why the relationship falling apart. No, your purpose and your mission is the number one reason why God created you. He didn't create you for people. He created you for himself. People get to experience you. They get to benefit from you. They don't get to put you in cages. They don't get to control you. They don't get to manipulate you. And they damn sure don't get to put their hands on you. So we listening to people, jumping in relationships, looking for somebody that makes six figures, looking for somebody that's 6 feet tall, looking for somebody that make a certain amount of money, looking for somebody that's got a certain car, looking for somebody that's, I want somebody that can just provide for me. Ain't got nothing to do with your purpose, ain't got nothing to do with the mission. Which means God ain't nowhere in there. Every single person that I add to my life, it's mission, purpose. I got to be thinking that way. And I got to be thinking that way when it comes to them. Because if I can help them with their mission and their purpose in life, and they can help me, we're going to have a powerful relationship. We're going to have a powerful relationship. But if I just focus on how cute you are, focus on how smart you are, how nice your body is, how much money you make, now I focus on the wrong things. I'm focused on worldly stuff. I'm not focused on my purpose and my mission. When you start picking people to add to your life based upon your purpose and your mission, your whole life gonna change. When you only focus on somebody because of what they can do for you and fill your little needs and fill your little desires and it can help you with your bored, you being bored, you being lonely. When you stop picking people for them reasons, you'll find the right people. Moni, what's up, beloved? You guys understand what I'm saying? We picking people for the wrong reason. Why? Because we listening to people that don't know who they are. We listening to people that lack self-awareness. We listening to people that lack emotional intelligence about what a relationship is and how it's supposed to work. And you got a mental checklist right now. Every person on this line got a mental checklist about the type of person that you're looking for. And chances are 9 times out of 10, they ain't got nothing to do with your purpose and your mission in life. It's about what they can do for you, how much money they make, how handsome they are, what their level of education is, what type of body you have, where they work, what titles they carry. None of that have nothing to do, because you're going to get bored with all of that. That's what you don't understand. You're going to get bored with all of that. You're going to get bored with their level of education. I don't give a damn how smart they are. You're going to get bored with that car. You're going to get bored with that house you living in. You're going to get bored with the clothes. All this stuff that you want this person to provide for you, you're going to one day get bored with. That house will become a prison when you're out of alignment with your awakening. That car will become like a prison when you're out of alignment with who you are becoming. All of the things that you're chasing right now will one day be things that you can't wait to walk away from. Can't wait. Very harsh you ran to, you can't wait to run from. When you figure out this person ain't none of who they said they were. I'm telling you. Telling you. That's why you here, man. Your purpose and your mission. You're not here for any other reason. I got to start with that first. We get to the cute later. We get to handsome later. Because I'm going to get bored with all of that. Yeah, it's great in the beginning, but you're going to get bored with all of that. That's why God created you to see. He was a beast with it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. God was a beast when he did that. If he wasn't a beast when he did anything else, he was a beast when he did that. I don't give a damn how pretty. Every person that you call pretty, somebody done walked away from. Every person that you say, "Ooh, he's so fine," somebody got tired of putting up with their mess. Every single person, from Beyonce on down, somebody got tired of that. So what you think that's telling you? You're gonna get tired of it too. So when you picking people because they pretty and you pick them because they handsome, pick them because they make us, you're gonna get bored with all of that, beloved. That ain't gonna move your needle no more. Yeah, it's gonna do it in the beginning because everything moves your needle in the beginning. But at some point in time, your mind is going to grow accustomed to that. That's what your brain is designed to do. It's going to grow accustomed to that environment. Any environment that I sit you in, if I sit you there long enough, I can take you out to the middle of the Amazon rainforest. You're going to hate it the first few days. You might hate it the first few months. But at some point in time, you're going to scratch the back of your head like this. You're going to say, man, I got to survive. I'm gonna eat this butterfly. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna eat this tree limb over here. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna eat this frog leg. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna eat this thing because survival gonna kick in. Your whole mindset gonna change. I come back a year later, you didn't build a house. You didn't made some clothes out of some bushes or something. You didn't figure it out. We will always get used to the environment that you set us in. That's what we wired to do. So right now, if you broke, you're like, no, just give me somebody that's rich. Well, you're saying that now because you're speaking from the perspective of being broke. But once you get in that environment long enough, you're going to grow accustomed to that environment. And one day, the same environment that you couldn't wait to get to will be something that you are bored with. That part right there is going to become something that's just a familiar part of your life. I'm telling you how you work. Before I became this version of me, when I walk outside, the front of my house looked like a luxury car dealership. No happiness anywhere in me. Now make that make sense. Before I became this version of me, I walk outside. My driveway looked like a luxury car dealership, but no happiness in me. Multi-million-dollar house, no happiness in me. Every type of designer, everything you can imagine, no happiness in me. Zero. I'm talking about a fiber. In fact, the cars I got insurance payments coming out the roof. I got to get them repaired left and right. They always dirty, so you got to find somebody to come watch that. This one need an oil change. This one got a flat tire. This one over here. I was tired of all of that, and I had a life that people only dream of. So I'm just saying, I understand. If you not when you ain't got you, it doesn't matter what we add to your life. Your happiness can never come from what you add to your life because the things you add to your life don't have the power to make you happy. Happiness is an inside job, beloved. If you don't have it within, you'll never find it without. So if you think you're finna add things to your life to make you happy, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. I'm telling you. Let me just listen. Happiness is a state of mind. And if you don't embody that state of mind mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, nothing outside of you will ever create it, beloved. You got to embody that. Happiness is not a state of life conditions. You don't become happier because of what's happening in your external world. It has absolutely nothing to do with your achievements, the size of your house, your relationship status, or how much money you have, or your level of education. None of that has anything to do with your happiness, even though we've been programmed and conditioned to believe that it does. So we go out chasing things thinking that that's going to make us happy. You don't need to have a certain thing in your life in order to be happy. You don't need a better job in order to be happy because your job doesn't have the power to produce your happiness. Your job can produce excitement for you in the beginning, but then that excitement will fade away. Because all of that is an illusion of your thinking. You don't need more money in order to be happy. Do you need money? Absolutely. But more money is not what's going to make you happy. One more time. Why? Because your brain will grow accustomed to whatever your environment is. And then you go right back to being unhappy. The difference is you're just going to be unhappy and have access to more money. You don't need a better partner in order to be happy. Why? Because your partner doesn't have the power to produce your happiness. The same way they don't have the power to produce your anger. The same way they don't have the power to produce your suffering. All of that comes from the meaning that you attach to your partner. So we're going to rule them out. So you don't stop looking for people because you think they're going to be your happiness, because they can't be, beloved. When you jump into that new relationship, you're going to get temporary joy. You're going to get a temporary thrill. And all of that's going to be coming because you're going to be telling yourself a series of stories that you think that this person is responsible for producing all of that, but they're not. All of that euphoria and all of them beautiful feelings that you having is coming from the story that you're telling yourself about that person in that moment, not from the person. The person is just the object or mechanism that's giving you something to create a story about. You missed it. I don't think you caught it. I don't think you caught it. I don't think you caught it. I should have said you give me a box of rocks. No, I'm serious. See, we don't. Nah, this is beautiful. Listen, man, this is beautiful. You missed this right here. If you missed this right here, man, you missed it all. If you miss what I'm saying right now, God loved you so much. He loved you so much that he made sure that nothing in the external world would be able to produce your happiness. But he also made sure that nothing in the external world would be able to take it away. So nothing has the power to produce it, but nothing can take it away either. Okay, so freeze that thought. So then you add this new person to your life, whoever they may be. Now, the person in that moment is neutral. They don't have the power to create your happiness and they don't have the power to take it away. But this person becomes an object that gives you the ability to attach meaning to. When you attach meaning to the person, you unlock the feeling of love. You unlock the feeling of happiness. You unlock the feeling of joy, excitement, whatever it is you're feeling in that moment. Not because of them specifically, but because of the meaning that you assigned to who they are in your life. You're going to create a series of stories about that person. You're going to create a series of stories that you project onto the future about the life that you would like to have with that person. What's important about the story? Our emotions ride the wave of our stories. So the moment you tell yourself a story, you unlock the emotion that goes with that particular story. So when you're looking at this person, you assign meaning to the person, you unlock the feeling. You start creating all these stories about what you want to have with them, and I want to have a life with them, and I want to get married, and I want to have a baby. All these beautiful stories that you create about this person. But all of the emotions that you experience are not coming from the person, but the stories that you tell yourself about the person. They got nothing to do with the person. The person is just the object or the mechanism that gives you something to create a story about, gives you something to attach meaning to. If I take away the meaning, if I take away the story, you feel nothing. When that person touches you, you give meaning to that. When they kiss you, you give meaning to that. When they're intimate with you, you give meaning to that. You give meaning to everything. And you unlock what's already in you. They give meaning to what you do. And they unlock all of that within themselves. Both of you guys are self-contained. Your emotions don't jump into their body. Their emotions don't jump into yours. They touch you, you give meaning. They kiss you, you give meaning. They lie to you, you give meaning. They verbally abuse you, you give meaning. All of the feelings that you experience don't come from them directly, but from the meaning and the story that you attach to them. That's what's important. So you're really experiencing yourself through them. You're experiencing your own love, they're experiencing their own. You're experiencing your own happiness, they're experiencing their own. You're experiencing your own joy and bliss, they're experiencing their own. This is why you guys don't love the same. Your love might be on a level 10, their love might be on a level 7. Because that love is in them. Your love might be on a level 7, their love might be on a level 10. You guys aren't loving each other the same. The way you love and the way you experience love is coming from your programming condition. The way they love and the way they experience love is coming from their programming condition. You have nothing to do with the other person. It's so important for you to understand that. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know, if you think about it, that's why you've loved differently with every single person that has ever been added to your life. We remove this person and you bring another person in, the same thing is going to happen. Their behaviors are going to make you attach certain meaning. The way they act is going to attach certain meaning. The way they show up for you is going to make you attach certain meaning. And that's going to unlock a different level of love in you. Every single person has the power to unlock a different level of love in you. But the love was already there, beloved. That's all I'm trying to get you to understand. They didn't bring the love. You unlocked it when you added the person to your life. They didn't bring anything. That's why we suffer. That's why we cling, because you think they're responsible for the way you feel. No, you are responsible for the way you feel, not them. You gave them way too much power. That's why we cling. That's why we become attached, because when you lack self-awareness, you think it's all coming from them. Now it's coming from you. You the divine. Person ain't brought nothing to you. That you feel, everything you feeling, you're feeling it. It's all coming from the meaning. I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to get you to understand how powerful you really are. You know what I mean? This is like I tell you guys all the time, you know, you hear people say, again, all these gurus, self-love, 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 self-love. You got to hit self-love. It's all about self-love, self-love, self-love. No such thing. No such thing. No such thing as self-love. You are love. And when you the goal is not to seek it. The goal is just to become it. And when you become it, you don't need to give it to yourself. You don't need to give yourself what you already are. I just want you to become it. So why would self-love be necessary? If you are unconditional love, why would you need to give love what it already is? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Self-love is a concept that was created by someone that was operating from lower mind. Self-love is a concept that was created by someone that lacked self-awareness. When you become love, you don't need to give what you are to yourself. The same way that the ocean doesn't need to give water to itself. It's just what it is, right? You are the very thing that you would be giving yourself. But when you listen to people that lack self-awareness, they're going to convince you that you need to. So one more time, remember when I told you duality? Remember I told you the human mind has to see things in twos. So then there's love and then there's self-love. You don't see that? You don't see it right there? I just laid it out for you. That's the duality. There's love and then there's self-love. That's two. No, there's only one. There's just love. And when I become love, I don't need to give myself what I already am. I am the thing that I would be giving myself. That doesn't make any sense. That's like having $100 in your left pocket, and then you take the $100 out of your left pocket and you put it in your right pocket. You still got $100. You just moved it from one area to the next. You didn't get more money. You just moved it from your left pocket to your right pocket. Nothing happened. Ooh, self-love. What you gonna do? Take the love out of your right hand and put it in your left hand? What are we talking about? This doesn't make sense. It just show you how much and people write whole books on self-love. Whole books right now. But it's to show you again, when I hear that, it lets me know that the person is not awakened because they're still operating from the level of the mind, and the mind has to see things in twos. So I don't blame the person. But you have all these people out here chasing self-love. Now just become what you already are. How about that? How about we get rid of the programming and conditioning? How about we get rid of your ego personality? How about we heal yourself from your story? How about we heal the story that you keep telling yourself that you're broken? How about we get rid of those things? And then you're just going to fall into unconditional love. Versus you becoming self-love. Who's this self in you that needs love? That's the $1 billion question. This self that needs love, who is it? I'll give you all day. Who is this self that needs love? Since we're saying self-love, who's this self you referring to? That part right there, beloved, your ego, what your persona, your reputation need love. That part right there, Queen, the character, who needs the love in you? Spirit is unconditional love. The spirit is only what you are. Everything else is what you imagine yourself to be. So who is this thing in you that needs love is what I'm more curious about. That scares me more than anything else. Let's you guys, let's hit the 500,000 real quick. Let's get the taps up, you guys. Let's get the likes up so we can get the medicine out. Let's get the 500,000 real quick. Let me say this. I got you, big homie. I got you. I appreciate you, family. Let me say this real quick. Become a master at walking away from the table when disrespect is being served to you. Become a master at that. Become a master at loving yourself. Let's get there. Become a master at speaking your truth. Let's get there. Become a master at never showing up small in your relationship. Become a master at never settling for less. Become a master at detaching yourself from things that no longer add value to who you are. See, that's what we want to master. You don't want to master your understanding of people. No, you just want to master yourself. When you master yourself, you simultaneously master your understanding of people. Because you're going to understand that that person is probably carrying a reflection. That reflection is either going to be of God, or that reflection is going to be of their pain. It's going to be of their ego. It's going to be of their persona. It's going to be of their reputation. And you will know when you become the most powerful version of yourself, you'll know when you see someone else that has become unlocked as well. So instead of being attracted to other people, be attracted to peace. How about we start there? Be attracted to loving yourself. Be attracted to happiness. Be attracted to growth. We're always so focused on being attracted to people, but let's give ourselves some of that energy. You are not what you attract. You are what you entertain. You are not becoming what you say. You are becoming what you do repeatedly every day. What you repeat becomes your reality. Stop giving your energy and attention to the very things that are hurting you, and then you turn around and call the other person toxic. Come on, we got to stop doing that, beloved. Because what stands in your way becomes the way. Put the car in park right there. I said, put the car in park right there. What stands in your way is the way. What does that mean? That toxic relationship, it's in the way. That's what's standing in the way. Whatever's in your way is the way. It's the way, meaning it's the thing you need to remove. It's the way, meaning it's the thing you need to walk away from. It's the way, meaning it's the thing that's blocking love in your life, the thing that's blocking peace in your life. What stands in your way becomes the way. If you got a circle of friends and you've outgrown the circle, what stands in your way becomes the way. You got a job that you're waking up to every single day. You don't like going to that job. What stands in the way becomes the way. If you're waking up next to a person every single day and you just don't find the strength and the energy to keep entertaining this relationship, what stands in your way is the way. Meaning, it's the thing that God wants you to remove. Now, I don't know what's in your life and I don't know what's in the way. But whatever is in the way of you experiencing love, of you experiencing peace, of you experiencing happiness, of you experiencing joy, what's standing in your way is the way. If you don't remove what's in your life, see, what makes you powerful is not what you add. What makes you powerful is what you remove. What makes you powerful is not what you add. What makes you powerful is what you remove. What makes you powerful is not what you add. What makes you powerful is what you walk away from. That's what makes you powerful. Not where you stay, what you are willing to walk away from. Your value and your worth will always be measured by what you walk away from. The most powerful person in that relationship is always the person that's willing to walk away from less than they deserve. You disrespect me once, you're teaching me the power of self-respect. You're not loyal to me. You're teaching me the power of self-love. The person betrays you. You're teaching me the power of showing up for myself. People are always teaching you. The billion-dollar question is, are you learning? Are you learning? All right, and set my mic down right there. It's not what you add, it's what you remove. I'm telling you right now, that's what makes you badass. What you remove, not what you add. I appreciate that, beloved. I appreciate that, Sean. We think it's what we add to our lives that make us powerful. No, it's what you remove. Because what you remove lets me know exactly who you are and exactly how you feel about yourself.